In this video, I'm gonna show you behind the scenes look at our 7-figure per year Amazon business. We're gonna dive in, we're gonna take a look at the nitty gritty numbers. I'm even gonna talk about some of the products that we're actively selling in this account, net profits, the velocities of some of these items, and we're gonna give a vulnerable and realistic view on what it is to own and run an Amazon wholesale business. So without further ado, let's dive in, let's take a look at my screen and let's see some of these numbers. So as you can see here, I pulled a screenshot from our main seller account and we just pulled from last March up until March of this year, 2024. As you can see, this account did $1.336 million in sales. We sold over 52,000 units throughout the year. We had 1,618 refunds. We spent $13K on ads. We had a payout of over $862,000, and we had a net profit of $175,000. So the first thing, the glaringly obvious thing, is going to be what our profit was versus our revenue, right? And so if we dial into this and take a look, we actually did 13% overall net margin. And so that might sound low, maybe that sounds high to you, I don't know. But in this wholesale space, lots of people are talking, ourselves included, about that 15 to 20% margin. In this business model, most really large sellers are actually working with under a 10% net profit margin. So let me talk for a second, be vulnerable, be transparent about what goes into this number. As we build and scale this business, we incur additional expenses. So in these expenses, we are including the warehouse, the utilities, the staff, the supplies that we use in order to fuel and run this business, all the different software that we're using to build and grow this business. This is all incorporated in this number. So we're gonna take a look at margins of actual products as we go along, but I do wanna draw your attention to the fact that that's where we're at. We're healthy, we're profitable at this level because we're including all of these expenses and we're managing them very well. So beyond that, as you can see, we did have a little bit of an advertising cost, and in the wholesale model, we do have an advanced strategy where we use a very small amount of funds to gain us big results from our advertising. So as you can see, about 1% of our total revenue was actually just an ad spend. We did then have 1,618 refunds. Now, some of these refunds were actually what we call sellable returns, meaning that we brought them back into our business. Amazon inspected them and we were able to resell them. But at the end of the day, out of 52,000 units, this becomes the cost of doing business at some point. So next, let's look at some of the margins that we're making on some of our top selling items. So this very top item here, you can see we sold 1,230 units. We made over $6,000 from one single item in our account over the last year. And we had a net margin on this of 21% and a 48% ROI, meaning for every dollar we put into this item, we got back $1.48. I would say that is pretty good and pretty healthy if you ask me. So as promised, what I want to do is I want to share with you some of the actual products that we've sold in this account. So first and foremost, we're going to take a look at this product called Theraneem Cream. So this is just a little cream that we got from one of our suppliers. My favorite thing about this product is the fact that it was and is replenishable, right? And this is super important. I want to talk about this for a second. A replenishable product from your supplier is one that you need to do the research on just one time. You need to find that product from your supplier one time. You need to run the profit margins. You need to see the velocity, analyze your competition one time, and then you're able to order that product month over month over month very, very simply by just including it in your order. So replenishable items are absolutely my favorite items for this exact reason. So let's take a look at our Theraneem cream. Now, this is an item that we actually no longer purchase and no longer sell just because the price over time has actually dropped down. So one thing I want to draw your attention to is current state, it's selling about 75 units a month. And so every month we would go in and we'd purchase anywhere from 30 to 50 units, and we'd be able to sell them through this listing. And we were able to do this almost completely on autopilot, just keep buying and sending these items in. It's now gotten to a point, as you can see, our cost for this item is actually $6.13. And so if we put that into our profitability calculator over on the right hand side, we'd currently be making 79 cents on this with a margin of 6%. So again, this is a product that we are no longer purchasing and selling because more sellers have hopped on the listing, the price is coming down. That is all part of this business. And so now we just move on, we purchase other items, but this product historically has been absolutely great for us. Let's go ahead and take a look at another item. This item we purchased for $5.37. Current state, there's only a couple sellers selling this item anymore. I think this was an item that was discontinued. It's something we cannot get again from our supplier currently. So let's take a look at some of the numbers. We can see that this is actually selling for $23.99. If we go ahead and put in our cost of goods here of $5.37, if we were still able to make this item, the prices come up over time because it's currently not available. People are selling through the last little bit of their stock. We would actually be making a crazy $10.93, a 46% margin, and a 203% ROI. So when we were making this item, we could take a look at it here. We sold 496 units of it over the last year. We made an average of a 24% net profit margin, and we made just under $2,000 in sheer profit just from selling this item. And this is an item that we were able to buy from our supplier, a handful of times. So again, this amazing grass, another brand that we've sold lots of different products from and will continue to sell products from. So there's a little bit of a free brand lead. If you can find these items, they've been absolutely incredible for us. It sells a great 120 units a month, sells nearly $3,000 worth of these fizzy green tablets every single month, and historically has been absolutely fantastic for us. So there it is, a full breakdown of our 7-figure business over the last year. If you want to learn how to build a 7-figure business like this, we've left a link down in the description where you can get more free resources and understand exactly how this business model works, the behind the scenes, and how you can actually do it for yourself as well. If you love this video and you want more content like this, please make sure that you are subscribed to the channel because we're going to continue to put out high quality videos like this that can not only give you insights into our business, but teach you strategies so that you can implement this for yourself and start to see some profits with a business that you create. That's it for me. We'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks again.